If you don't fully understand the extrude, you're going to miss out on a lot of capabilities in Fusion. In fact, you can build a lot of designs just with this tool. Good sketching and extrudes. Look at this somewhat complex idler arm. So starting with the solid, adding another extrude, extrude, extrude. Now some extruded cuts. And even this design, which looks like some revolves, maybe even a sweep or a loft, this also could be done with extrudes and fillets. Now let's talk about what you need to know when doing an extrude. First, you're going to start with a sketch. So we'll go up to sketch, create a plane, or excuse me, select a plane, start a sketch. So I'm going to sketch a circle with another circle inside. When I hit extrude, it's going to give me a few options over in the dialog. The first thing is selecting what profile you'd like to extrude. In this case, do I want to do all of it? Do I want just this outer ring, the inner cylinder? Fusion lets you choose between the different closed profiles that you have. And next, we can decide how deep or how far back does it go. So there's a slider handle here where we can set how far it's going to go. You can set the depth here in this dialog out in space. You can also set it here. You do have the option of typing in any math that you might want to do. You can put in a minus symbol, and that will make it go the other direction. You can drag this slider, of course. The next thing you want to know about is how, if you wanted to extrude both directions, you can use this direction option and choose symmetric. Symmetric will always have equal extrude on each side of the original sketch. So it's going to extrude equally, but you can set the value differently here. So if you choose this half length, you're putting in 150 for per side, or you can set this whole length where 150 is the total. So depending on how you'd like to solve it, you can put in the inputs how you'd like them. If you know the full distance, choose this whole length. Now, in those occasions where you'd like this side to be a little shorter and this side a little longer, or put in different values, you're going to choose two sides, and then you're going to choose the value for side 1 and the value for side 2. Click OK. We have a new body. The body will show up over in the left. Little pro tip for you, I use the symmetric extrude pretty often, where in this case, I'm starting at the origin. The origin is going to have 3 planes going through it. When I extrude, if I extrude equally on both sides, using that symmetric like we discussed, click OK, you'll notice that the 3 planes all intersect right at that center point. The origin is now in the center of my part, and that's where the symmetric extrude can be a nice little advantage to your design. As soon as you have one solid body, how do you do cuts? Well, it's exactly the same operations. So you come in and you sketch your shape, and then when you hit extrude, you have some options with Fusion. So I'm immediately extruding it. By default, when you have geometry intersecting, Fusion will often think that you want it to be a cut. In this operation command, you get to choose. You also can solve intersect. This is where, if you were to extrude that, where would the two geometries meet, and only give me that geometry. New body, that's going to create a new body in the bodies menu, or we can even go as far as creating a brand new component with our extrude. If I choose to cut, it's going to cut this out. Now, I have the ability to set the depth. Let's come back and do a slightly different cut. Let's say that we're going to cut basically a hole through this without using the hole command. I'll select the face, start a sketch. I'm going to do a circle, connect it to the origin there, hit extrude. Now, if I'd like to cut it out and do a certain depth, I could do 180. What if you said, I wanted to always cut through this pipe or through this cylinder completely? There's an option in the extent type called all. This will cut it all the way out, and this is very powerful. What I like about this is that it's intelligent. We're going to go back to the original, and we're going to stretch it. Okay, so what's going to happen now? This is a longer cylinder. Does my cut know that it should go all the way through? We started on that face and said go all the way through. So I think it'll resolve. It does, and it goes all the way through because we added that intelligent choice of cutting all the way through. What if you said, I'd like you to do a distance? So you're going to put in a value. It's always going to be locked to that distance unless we change it later. So no matter how big this cylinder gets, this will only cut 550 millimeters. Now, we can get even fancier than that. We can do what's called an offset. So what if you said, no matter what, Tyler, cut it, but leave 10 millimeters? Ooh, let's do that. So we're going to say offset. We'll choose this back face. And we're going to set it to an offset of, did we say 10? 20, let's say, yeah, whatever, 20. Great, changed my mind. So 20 millimeters. So it goes the distance and then backs off 20 millimeters. Click OK, and now, no matter what, we will have that little 20 millimeter offset. Now, let's just verify it with our section analysis. I'll use section. You can see that it's cutting it all the way through, but leaving 20 millimeters. Very cool. Now, when you're extruding in Fusion, I've talked about this in other videos, Fusion basically wants a closed profile. Even though this isn't awesome, this is a closed profile. That's not over here. This is. That will extrude just fine. But what if you had this, right? It will not extrude. It doesn't do anything unless you choose Thin Extrude. This lets you put thickness on these lines. So it first asks, how deep is it? And next, we'll come over and choose the wall thickness. So I'll set that it's 5 millimeters, and it's going to add that to the lines and create this solid extrude. What about when you need to extrude up to something that's not flat? So in this case, we're going to go and extrude a cylinder up against this wall. And you can see that it's uneven. But when we extrude, we could extrude all the way through and cut it. That's fine. But what we want to do is a solid. So we're not going to do a cut. We'll do joining. And what I want to do is go up and solve until it hits this wall. If I click that wall, it'll go to that wall and no further. So when you click on something, it will set it to that distance, but it's setting a distance, just so you're aware. The next thing, I was really hoping that it would kind of form to fit against that face, those faces. So what I'll do instead is go to an object and I'll select this face, but it goes all the way through. Still not getting me there, right? So what I want is not just a face. I'd like it to do all of the faces. I'm going to use this adjacent faces option. You can see it's now solving as it hits these other faces, giving a pretty complex shape with that extrude. Pretty cool. Did you know that when you're sketching, by default, Fusion wants to extrude it right from the origin? Absolutely, right? You knew that. When I hit extrude, it wants, from the original sketch face, sorry, or plane. It always wants to go right from that sketch. But what if you wanted it to start somewhere else in space? Well, in that case, hit extrude. It's starting from our sketch plane. I'm going to go up and say, let's change where it starts. And I'll choose an offset. And instead, it's going to start 10 millimeters away from the original sketch. Right from the sketch plane, it's starting 10 millimeters away. I have a couple spheres, and I have this profile that I sketched down in this face, but I wanted it to start in this middle point and extrude both directions. Let's try that without having to start over. Well, by default, it wants to extrude this way, but instead, I'm going to say start at this point, and I want it to be solid, so I want it to join, and I want it to be both directions until it hits those objects. I could do distance, or I could use this all command and click OK. It solves until it hits, and it started from the middle. Now, are we stuck with simple extrudes that don't change? Now, one option you have in the extrude is the angle. You can do an angle going in or out. So I can do a taper angle, this extrude, and this other extrude could also go out, or we could say it goes in -5, right? It's slightly different. So you can do different taper angles for your extrudes as well. Hey, I hope you learned something today about Fusion Extrudes. I hope that helps you. It's an incredibly powerful tool. Please practice with it today. Play with all these different options I was showing you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. See you in the next video.